Dear students, in the last video, number 7, I have explained the motion of center of mass. According to the concept, the conclusions are when there is no external force acting on the system, its momentum, that is, momentum of the system remains constant. That means if initially center of mass was at rest, then it remains at rest unless no external force is acting on the system. If the center of mass is initially in motion, it remains in the uniform motion. Okay, and when external forces are acting on the system, center of mass moves with an acceleration, and the acceleration of the center of mass is given by external force divided by total mass of the system. External force divided by total mass of the system. And from the concept, we conclude that internal forces cannot accelerate the center of mass of the system because within the system, internal forces appear. Okay, for every internal force exists in the form of pairs. Okay, in each pair, two forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Therefore, they get cancelled with each other. So, internal forces cannot accelerate the center of mass of the system. This concept leads to the law of conservation of linear momentum. Let us see what is law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum of a system. If F external is equal to 0, if F external is equal to 0, then the linear momentum of system remains constant. This is called law of conservation of linear momentum. Here we have two cases. Case one is center of mass is at rest. Okay, if initially center of mass of the system is at rest, it remains at rest under this condition. Okay, so if F external is equal to 0 and VC bar velocity of center of mass is 0, then the center of mass remains at rest. Okay, then the center of mass remains at rest. Applications. Application number 1. If two bodies or two particles at rest are moving towards each other, okay, its center of mass remains at rest. Okay, objects are initially at rest if moving under mutual force, that is electrostatic or gravitational force. Okay, their center of mass remains at rest. So initially, particles were at rest. Initially, particles were rest and moves towards each other or away from each other. That is not that is immaterial. Okay, and moves under mutual force. Under mutual force. Okay, initially particles were at rest and moves under mutual force. That is electrostatic or gravitational force. And moves under mutual force. Then their center of mass remains at rest. Then their center of mass remains at rest. Initially, particles were at rest means their velocities are zero. So, according to the formula of velocity of center of mass, Vc is bar is equal to m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar by m1 plus m2. Since v1 bar and v2 bar are zero, Vc is also zero. So, initially, particles were at rest means their center of mass is also at rest, and they are moving under mutual force of attraction. Okay, mutual force between them. Okay, that mutual force between the bodies or between the particles is an internal force. It is not an external force. It is not an external force. Okay, therefore, their center of mass it remains at rest. And in this case, its initial linear momentum system, initial linear momentum zero na. So finally, linear momentum of the system is zero. Finally, linear momentum of the system is zero. So initial linear momentum is equal to final linear momentum. Both are equal to zero. Both are equal to zero. Next, second point, a bomb at rest, a bomb at rest explodes into different parts due to internal force. A bomb at rest explodes into different parts due to internal force. Then its center of mass remains at rest. Okay, a bomb at rest means its center of mass is also at rest. Okay, and next, it explodes into different parts. It explodes into different parts due to internal force. So no external force is acting on the bomb due to internal mechanism, due to internal forces. The bomb explodes into different parts. Therefore, the center of mass initially at rest, therefore finally is also at rest. Center of mass is at rest means its linear momentum initially is equal to zero, finally is equal to zero. So law of conservation of linear momentum is valid in this point also. In this point also, law of conservation of linear momentum is valid. Next, third application. Two men standing on the boat, two men standing on the boat, two men standing on the boat, okay, or platform, standing on the boat or platform, pushing each other, pushing each other. Okay, two men standing on the boat or platform pushing each other. They move in opposite directions. But their center of mass remains at rest. Their center of mass remains at rest. That means initially two men are standing on the boat or platform. Two men are standing on the boat or platform. Okay, they are at rest. They are at rest. Means their center of mass is zero. Their center of mass, sorry, their velocity of center of mass is zero, or their center of mass is at rest. Now they are pushing towards each other. They are pushing with each other. They are pushing with each other means they starts to move in the opposite directions. In the opposite directions, but the pushing force in between them is an internal force. It is not an external force. It is an internal force. It is not an external force. So since no external force is acting on the man-boat system, okay, their center of mass remains at rest since initially it was at rest. In this point also, law of conservation of linear momentum is valid. Law of conservation of linear momentum is valid. Fourth point. Fourth point. Initially, a spring is compressed. A spring is compressed. Okay, by two blocks which are attached to its ends. To its end. Okay. Initially, a spring is compressed by two blocks which are attached to its ends. Just after release, they move in opposite directions. But their okay, center of mass remains at rest. But their center of mass remains at rest. Okay, but their center of mass remains at rest. Initially, a spring is compressed by two blocks which are attached to its ends. Suppose this is a spring. This is a spring. Okay. Now two blocks are attached to its three ends. Now this spring is compressed by using these two blocks. This block, right block is pushed towards left. Left block is pushed towards right. Therefore, spring gets compression. Spring gets compression and the blocks are at rest. Therefore, the center of mass of the system is at rest. Now, just after release, this block moves in this direction and this block moves in this direction due to this spring force. Therefore, That spring force is an internal force now. It is not an external force now. It is the force within the system acts on the particles which are also in the system now. So internal force cannot accelerate the center of mass, and since initially the center of mass of the system was at rest, finally also the center of mass remains at rest. These are four important applications. In all these applications, center of mass is initially at rest, and due to the internal forces, center of mass finally also at rest. Okay, and in all cases, initial momentum is zero, final momentum of the system is also zero. That means law of conservation of linear momentum is also valid in all four cases. These are very important applications. Okay. Now, dear students, let us see some problems on these four applications. So, problem number one. Two particles of masses m and 2m. Two particles of masses m and 2m are initially at rest and starts moving towards each other with the velocities 2 meter per second and 4 meter per second respectively. Find the velocity of center of mass. This is the question. Very important question. Velocities are given, masses are given. We have the formula for velocity of center of mass. That is Vc bar is equal to m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar divided by m1 plus m2. That is the formula for velocity of center of mass, and the particles are moving towards each other. Suppose this is a particle of mass m, this is a particle of mass 2m. This is moving with 2 meter per second. This is moving with 4 meter per second. So since the velocities are vectors, positive sign is given to one velocity as your wish, according to your wish. Negative sign is given to other velocity because they are moving in opposite direction. Okay, therefore m1 is m into 2 plus 2. I give positive sign to this velocity 2 meter per second plus m2 2m into v2 minus 4 divided by m1 plus m2 3m. This is equal to 2m minus 8m minus 6m by 3m. mm gets cancelled, that is minus 2 meter per second. So velocity of center of mass is found to be minus 2 meters per second. Okay, many students solved this problem by using this formula. I have seen many times. Many students solve this problem by using this way. I have seen many times in my experience. So, those students who are lagging in basic concept They did the problem like this, but this solution is wrong. This method is wrong. This is wrong method. Why? They did not follow the concept. Two particles of masses m and 2m are initially at rest. So initially, their center of mass is at rest. Velocity of center of mass at the initial state is 0. Now, let us see what type of forces are acting on the system of particles. Or starts moving towards each other. Due to internal force. No one pushes the blocks, no one pushes the particles towards each other. They are moving towards each other due to mutual attraction. If this term appears in the problem, due to mutual attraction or due to mutual forces, then that force is internal force. Internal forces not equal to 0, but the external force is equal to 0. So when external force is equal to 0, the state of center of mass remains constant. So initially it was at rest. So finally also center of mass is at rest. So final velocity of center of mass is also 0. Am I correct, my dear students? Yes. So this is the solution for this kind of problem. Okay. Okay, Nana? Next, second application, a bomb at rest explodes into different parts due to internal forces. Then its center of mass remains at rest. Okay, a bomb at rest explodes into different parts due to internal forces. Then its center of mass remains at rest. Its center of mass remains at rest. Okay, look, problem number 2. Problem number 2. A bomb of mass 3 kg or M, say standard notation. A bomb of mass capital M is at rest, explodes into two pieces of masses M1 and M2. Explodes into two pieces of masses M1 and M2 due to internal force. Find the velocity of their center of mass. Find the velocity of center of mass and ratio of their individual velocities. Okay, dear students, this is also very important model. Very important model. Okay, look. A bomb of mass M is at rest, explodes into two pieces of masses M1 and M2 due to internal forces. So velocity of center of mass, initial velocity of center of mass before explosion is equal to 0. Velocity of center of mass at the initial state is 0. Next, this bomb explodes into two pieces of masses m1 and m2 due to internal forces. So since F external is 0, velocity of center of mass at final state is also 0. Velocity of center of mass of the system finally is also 0. That means this is before explosion and this is after explosion. Now, what is the expression for the velocity of center of mass? m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar by m1 plus m2 is equal to velocity of center of mass, that is 0. From this, m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar is equal to 0. From this, m1 v1 bar is equal to minus m2 v2 bar. What is m1 v1 bar? Momentum of the mass m1 after explosion. What is m2 v2 bar? Momentum of the mass m2 after explosion. Both momentums are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. This negative sign indicates that their momentums are opposite in direction. One momentum is towards left, another momentum is towards right. So that their net momentum always 0. Okay, dear students, from this magnitude of v1 bar divided by magnitude of v2 bar is equal to m2 by m1. So the ratio of speeds of the two parts of the bomb just after explosion is inverse ratio of their masses. Okay, Nana? So inverse ratio of their masses. This is the problem number 2. Next. Problem number 3. Problem number 3. Two blocks, 1 kg and 2 kg, are attached to the free ends of the spring, and the spring is in compressive state. Compressive spring. Okay, compressive spring, and the surface is smooth surface. This surface is smooth surface. That means no friction is acting on these two blocks, and the spring is initially compressed by means of some thread or anything. Okay, this spring is compressed. Okay, the length of this spring is less than its natural length. That means spring is in compressive state. Now, just after release, what is the velocity of center of mass and ratio of their velocities? Same model. Okay. So these two blocks are attached to the free ends of the spring, and spring is in compressive state. So all the system is at rest. Initially, system means our system consists of two blocks and one spring. Two blocks and one spring. Our initial system was at rest. That means velocity of center of mass. That is initial velocity of center of mass is 0. Just after release. Just after release means these two blocks are allowed to move. These two blocks are allowed to move. Then, just after release, the spring force developed in the spring. The spring force developed in the spring, that is called restoring force, pushes this block towards left and pushes this block towards right. So let this block gains a velocity V1 and this block gains a velocity V2. They are unknown values. Okay. So since F external is equal to 0 on the system there is no external force. The velocity of center of mass finally means just after release, the velocity of center of mass is also 0. Next, velocity of center of mass after release is 0 means m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar by m1 plus m2 is equal to 0. Just after release, they are assumed to gain velocities v1 bar and v2 bar. So the velocity of center of mass just after release is given by m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar by m1 plus m2. That is equal to 0 according to our answer. Therefore, we can write magnitude of v1 bar by magnitude of v2 bar is equal to m2 by m1. m2 by m1. So in all these examples, initially center of mass was at rest. And no external force is acting on the system. Due to the internal force, there is no change in the motion of center of mass. There is no change in the motion of center of mass, state of center of mass. Initially, center of mass is at rest. Finally, also center of mass is at rest. Okay, dear students, I hope that all of you understand this concept. Very, very important concept, dear students. Very, very important concept. Okay. So please practice these examples after viewing this video. Thank you.